Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it is June 7th, 2025. It's Saturday, and I thought I'd give you a bit of a tour of the western garden plot first to look at the gardens to see how plants are doing. We could start out down here in the Thornless Blackberry plant area here. I did do some weeding in here the other day. I've got some more work to do in here as well, and I've got to do some transplants. It's getting a little too hot and muggy right now to do transplants. Like this one I'm going to take out. These two I'm going to take out. This one I'm going to take out. And that one I'm going to take out. Not sure why they are. I may bring them down for the wildlife down by the ponds. The deer are in here every day eating, topping these off. They were here this morning. Just watch them on the camera and you can see. They just nibble everything off. You'd think they'd nibble off the ones that I don't want. So, well, anyways. So I've got some others that I can dig up and put into the locations that I want them in. There's several around here. Here's one I've got to dig up. Here are the honeyberries. You can see the new growth on the honeyberries here. The hascaps. Looking real nice. Thornless blackberry next to the honeyberries. That's got to come out. Same thing over here. Got some thornless blackberry plants over here, so I got to move those, and the ones that are in the aisle I got to move. So it's okay to get rid of the ones that come in these clusters, and I'm not sure why that actually happens, but it's a new thing for me, and it probably has to do with the soil nutrition here, because there's a much more carbon in this area than nitrogen in some of these spots. So I may end up putting clover down in here. We'll have to see if I do get that done. And more of the honeyberries around the sides. But no matter what I do over here, until the building's up, all the wildlife are in here all the time, so it's a bit of a challenge. So we got the honeyberries around the margin. I got some weeds I've got to pull. Got some pruning to do with the blueberries here. God, these weeds just take right off on me. Well, anyways. And I see I got to fix that leak with that hose right there. Got a nice steady stream coming out of there now. So I need to fix that today as well. And look at the lupine. Just love the lupine. Beautiful nitrogen fixer. Some of the blueberry plants are starting to send up some new shoots here, so we'll see how these are the ones that were all crushed under the wall of the building. And of course I've got a weed around here and all. But yeah, there's some new shoots coming up, which is nice. And unfortunately, finding the time to do this stuff when I've got like a deadline for getting materials moved, and so that the Kelsey, the contents adjuster, can eventually get the money from the insurance company. But anyway, so this is the western garden plot. Pretty happy. That's our tall chamomile there as well. Pretty happy with how it's turned out based on you know the amount of damage it took from a harsh winter, the building collapsing, taking out 2 rows of the blueberry plants, me not doing the weeding that I should have done, all of these things considered, and the deer being in here. I think things are pretty good. We got more nails to pull, boards. Let's go over to the central garden plot, but I did at least get that whole section where the whole building, the remnants of the building were stored over there. So I still have to take out that sod that's in there. I'll move it to another place, and then I got to get some more limestone all in here as well. Because when the building materials come, I need to have a place where we got good drainage and we aren't going to have issues with the plants, with the materials plants I got in my mind. Here's the Bach 14 comfrey. These are beautiful. These don't reproduce by seed. and these were right up against the building before, so la-di-da, what can you do? And you can see the cover crop, but there is some vetch that is making its way into this garden bed. I haven't done any weeding, unfortunately, and I didn't get the double ground hardwood bark mulch down, so that's a bit of an issue. And these are some of the brassicas, the mustard and other brassicas that are coming up on the sides of the garlic beds here. So these are the garlic beds here, and since it's the beginning of June, there we are, some of the garlic scapes making their way up now. And so the garlic scape coming up. So here's the garlic. Here's some of the remnants of the cover crop. We got some Timothy right there. Some more Timothy here. It's the garlic, more cover crop. These are the Dutch red shallots here. They're sending up their the shallot scapes. You can see on the margins we have the weeds here. Then we have the spruce trees and a few all spruce trees here. Colorado blue spruce and a Norway spruce. And you'd see it's just overtaken by weeds here. I have to get to it. A lot of them didn't make it. Had a really hard time, and we had a drip irrigation on in here last year, and it was just too much water for those trees. You can see the honeybees are out. So really love all of our beneficial insects here. More of the Timothy here. You can see some of the vetch here. Some other, this is one of the brassicas down here. We got clover down in there. Clover. So not too bad. Now ideally I'd have the flail mower hooked up on the BCS tractor, because right now, before these seeds get to the level of maturity, this would be the time to terminate this cover crop and leave the roots in there, and then plant into the soil, because this would all get mulched up. All of this stuff on the surface, so you get mulched up into real fine particles, as you've seen me do in previous years. And you can just plant directly into that, tomato plants or kale plants, those sorts of things. But when you don't have the equipment, you really get dependent on it, because it's great, fantastic tools to get things done. So anyways, such is life. Let's walk over to the eastern garden plot. So Thea planted the scarlet red runner beans in here after I got the double ground hardwood bark mulch down. I got the drip irrigation system set up here. That's working. And I need to turn it on again. So as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to turn it on again and see if there's any leaks anyplace. I have more weeding to do over here, but since this is fenced in, the plants don't look as bad. More weeding to do. And the heritage red raspberry plants are doing great. Really bushing out pretty significantly here. And again, I didn't get to pruning them this year, but I did get in and dig up a lot of the new primocanes. More of the blueberry plants here. I didn't get to prune these yet. More of the honeyberries. Oh, there's a potato underneath there. So that's one of our old volunteer russets in there, I believe. A couple of them in here, it looks like. And a lot of the times when the soil is just right, you can tease these out without snapping those roots. So there's another volunteer potato plant there. And the squirrels came around and planted a lot of our oak trees. These are swamp white oak trees. Really like those a lot. And I can't think of it. I can't think of the name of these right now. Oh, dang it. Not bachelor's buttons. Oh, Lord. So, when I had the mower in here, had Buzz, the Kubota ZD1211, I came up here and I was just digging in, unfortunately. It's just being on angles like this. So, I'll see if I can get one of the weed whackers to work and whack these down and all. I loaned the big weed whacker out to my granddaughters, their apartment. But this will be where the sweet potatoes go. So I got to do a little bit better work with this so we can get our sweet potatoes in here soon. Starting to get warm enough now. Strawberry beds are doing great. They've been doing just fantastic. Tiny little strawberries just starting now. All the beneficial insects have been over here. Come on, camera. So this is the one that the deer got into. They ate up, they devoured a spot in here and here. And a small spot up there, but otherwise things look really good. See, some of the strawberries are getting a little bit closer to maturity there, and really there is some weeds in here, so there should be some weeding done. But come on, camera. Sorry about this, just having trouble with my gimbal here today. Okay, so we got some of the persimmons in here coming up at this point. This is a mixture of 3 different plants. I think there's some hazelnuts. I think there's some almonds in here, and I can't remember what else is in here, but the squirrels were all into these beds. These are the honeyberries, the hescaps here. These were almonds as well, and they may have gotten them all. We'll see. We'll have to see what ends up happening. And so not a lot happening in some of these beds. These are our chestnuts here. They're doing okay. These are from the ones I picked from our chestnut trees up front last fall. Not much going on. More hazelnuts over here. Had to put all new timers in here. That's our setup for a drip irrigation system. As these declare themselves, we've been hand watering these ones, but what I'll end up doing is put another misting bed over here, like a very fine spray. We'll go up front and take a look at the front garden. Yeah. So I'm a little out of it today. Yesterday did work in the shipping containers. Todd came over and helped again. Thank you, Todd. And I used some chlorine, like bleach, to try and stop some of the mold on some of the plywood back there, and irritated my mucosa, the lining of my respiratory system here. So a little harsh today, a little tired, but we will get over that. Okay, here we are at the front garden. You see the hostas are really doing beautifully now. Really doing great. Some are going to get ready to flower here soon, looks like. And our irises, my brother Jim gave us, they're doing good. We're probably going to try this after they flower them this fall, if I have time. There's a couple other trees that I want to start some of these, so I'll divide these. And again, this is one of the Japanese red maples that got snapped off. So I've got some pruning to do with these guys here. And I see there's a dockweed I've got to pull up out of there. But our different hostas are really nice. Another Japanese green maple here, fine leaf. some of the sedum down here, some other irises, another type of sedum down here. This is a columbine, beautiful plant, really looking nice. And another sedum, this sedum is a little bit taller, around this Japanese maple here. The different hostas, the fiddlehead fern. Thea does a good job out here. She's basically takes care of this, and you can see that's all of these had snapped, and I tried taping them up, but I've just got some more pruning to do, and they'll be a little bit lopsided. And I don't remember what this one here is. I think this is one that Melissa gave Thea. And you can see our weeds around here, so I gotta deal with these weeds. Walk around the front of it here so you can see. Yeah, the weeds are all over in here, and really needs a good weed whacking. Beautiful irises, absolutely beautiful. And not so pretty weeds. Don't want their seeds going up into the garden beds. So I guess that's it for today's video, folks. We took a walk around, took a look at the gardens and all. Sorry it's not as good as it usually is in most years. But I've always got excuses that I'm not getting things done. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. We appreciate your comments, and let us know how your gardens are doing. Gardening is such a therapeutic part of what we do, and I love spending time, especially when it gets like this and it gets beautiful. That's beautiful. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and take care. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.